Hi everyone, yes, I'm going to talk you through this track, Corry, Strand. It was kind of originally inspired by a Julian Large piece I think it's called Gardens. It's kind of in D, it's quite kind of high energy. It's kind of wanted to write something like that. So I was teaching someone and I came up with this melody. I was demonstrating something on a single string. Yeah, so it's in Dadgad. I was demonstrating this thing on a single string. I was like, that's really nice. So I recorded it on my phone, and then kind of went away and harmonised it. Came up with an arrangement. Wrote a second section. So the second section. Kind of wanted like a sense of evolution in it. So I kind of got this counter melody in the second. Counter melody that comes in the second time. Yeah. So you get the idea. It's all very tonal, all in D major. It's in Dadgad. There's a solo section: chord 6, chord 5, chord 3, chord 4. Chord 6, chord 5, chord 1, chord 5 in first inversion, sorry. Yeah, and it's just some blowing over that, and then when the melody comes back in, one of the kind of more delicate kind of thing, so you had this kind of more expansive solo section, just a more delicate kind of intimate sound, so kind of really quite insistent about not playing any kind of thirds, any rich harmony in it. In the accompaniment, in the melody, there's those notes, but this little change there. So let's open up. More colour. Just kind of this sense of like it starts here and it just opens out, but then it doesn't keep going, it kind of then sits a bit longer. So there's register, I'm only on the top 4 strings here, so I've still got all this kind of all this weight to come, so I'm kind of like really trying to pace the composition so it doesn't kind of, it just sits at this bit for a little while and doesn't rush into the next bit. So A section, if you want to call it that, kind of returns. It's got a reharm thing at the end, so the second half so it's just kind of a little, it's not even extended, I think it's just kind of a little slight different variation for the ending. Just wanted that, just something just a bit different, just to give it a sense of finality. So I've been practicing just kind of just feeling loose about playing the melody and the whole arrangement kind of thing. I try not to have a totally specific way that I'm playing it. Kind of coming to grips with, because I'm writing more composed stuff, like how do I want to interpret it when I play live? Do I want to play Do I want it to be completely composed and all the dynamics and the shaping and everything to be exactly the same each time, or do I want it to be a bit more spontaneous and a bit more in the moment? And I always go for the latter, I think. So I guess when I'm practicing it in different vibes. I might go like a more muted. Just try out different ideas, because I kind of know what this hand needs to do, so it's just kind of different ways of interlocking the hands together to get different sounds. And then solo section wise, I'm still trying to get to grips with Dadgad. It's an ongoing process. Very comfortable with standard in a lot of ways. Still obviously more stuff to know about it, but kind of feel like I've got the kind of geography of what's going on and how to apply theoretical ideas to it. Dadgad is I'm less experienced in, so just trying to get to grips with that. So still just doing basic stuff really, like this week I was really focusing on arpeggios because that seemed really relevant to the chord section. This kind of down to F sharp. So I was just doing kind of vertical stuff, positional play, and then doing patterns through them. So like a F sharp minor. Oh, that's terrible. And then next pattern, next inversion. Sorry. Just to kind of solidify what that is in my head, so it feels a bit more natural. These kind of patterns, so kind of arpeggiating or kind of breaking up the thing, arpeggio into intervals, so and arpeggiating those, or it's been a long week. That kind of stuff. Which is like my kind of I'm vegetarian, but I'm going to say meat and veg kind of vibes. It's just how I kind of break down the kind of cognitive process of like Dadgad, music theory versus the fretboard in Dadgad. How can I break that stuff down so that when I'm playing I can just play and I don't have to think about what I'm playing. That's the kind of stuff that I get into. So that I guess it's like the behind the scenes stuff in it. It's not the tune itself necessarily. It's not the chord sequence itself. It's the stuff that supports all that. So that I'm not kind of just looking at the guitar when I'm playing, going, "What the hell is going on here?" I'm kind of limited by my lack of understanding of the fretboard. So really trying to just break down a bit of that information at the minute. It's tough. And it takes time and it takes a bit of like patience, but I think the benefit of it is just so rewarding when you're playing and you're just lost in it and just going with the ideas and what you're hearing. You're not thinking about this stuff. You're thinking about what it sounds like, and that's the thing for me. That's what I'm addicted to. That's what I love about playing guitar and about playing music, is just getting into that space and just. It's a beautiful, liberating, refreshing, positive, healing space, and that's the place for me to try and get into, and that's why I keep practicing. That's why I'm still at it now, 27 years into. Is that right? Jesus. 20. That can't be right. It is right. Yeah, 27 years in, just keeping going. But it's a long road, isn't it? It's a beautiful place to be. Let's just kind of, keep the windows down, just keep cruising, enjoying yourself. Anyway, nice one. Thank you for listening.